Hello there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a movie review of the movie of a series of movies about a character called Indiana Jones. I love a good cup of coffee, don't you? Just a really great cup of coffee there. Kudos to my friend Dusty for getting me the cup. That's a nice cup. All right. Back in 1981, my friends kept telling me that they had gone to the theater and saw this really great movie called Raiders of the Lost Ark, and it was just an action adventure movie. It was just really well done, and best of all, they fought Nazis. Amen. But I did not get a chance to see it until much later, but I'm glad I did. These movies are all action adventure movies. The series of movies is a throwback to the movie serials of the 30s and 40s. You'd go to the movies and you'd see a little at the beginning. And there you go. It's a series of 4 movies. Going to be the fifth movie is scheduled to come out. The first one is called Raiders of the Lost Ark. Came out in 1981. Basically, the character Indiana Jones, played by Harrison Ford, races Nazis in search for the lost Ark of the Covenant, and it is set in 1936. The second movie was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. It came out in 1984, but it was set the year before the other movie in 1935. So it's actually before Raiders of the Lost Ark. Indiana Jones tries to recover the holy Sankara stones from the Thuggee, which are a group in India. It's got magic, it's got human sacrifice, all kinds of stuff in there. It's a really great action adventure show. Then there was Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade from 1989. This was set in 1938, 2 years after Raiders of the Lost Ark. Basically, Indiana Jones and his father, played by the immortal Sean Connery, race Nazis in search of the Holy Grail, and it's in a lot of people think it's the best of the bunch, and it's definitely up there. It's not the worst, that's for sure. And then a lot of time went by, and then they did a movie called Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull came out in 2008, but it takes place 1957, which is about 19 years. Yeah, about 19 years after the Last Crusade. Indiana Jones races Russian communists to find a crystal skull. And I did a video on the crystal skulls. Go check those out. The fifth film is scheduled for release in July of 2022. I've got my doubts about that particular movie. Kathleen Kennedy was intimately responsible for the destruction of the Star Wars films and the Disney sequels. I do a series of videos called Leftist Destruction and go check out my videos, Leftist Destruction of Star Wars. Okay, you'll see what I think about her. And she is scheduled to do this film. And there's all kinds of rumors out there that it's going to be so woke it won't even be the same. And I a little side note here. I was thinking about this the other day. Hollywood has gone woke big time, and everybody knows it. Here's the problem. We can't really blame the actors. The actors are actors. They act. That's what they do. They act in movies that other people produce and other people write. All the actors do is go on and play the parts. If an actor wants to work as an actor, they have to choose from the parts presented. If all the parts presented are this woke bullshit that we're seeing from Hollywood now, they really don't have much of a choice. If they're going to be an actor, they've got to act in something there, or make their own movies or something, which is ungodly expensive. So, to get a backer to make a movie that's not from Hollywood is tough. It's really tough. I guess you can go independent movies or foreign movies or whatever, but they don't have the budget that Hollywood has to make big blockbusters. So if you want the big budget to make a good movie, which is what you need nowadays, Hollywood's the way to go. And if you're going to act in Hollywood, you're going to be in a woke script. That's just the way it is. So we cannot blame the actors completely. But I can understand an actor saying, "Well, I played the part in the movie, and I thought I did well, and blah blah blah." That's fine. But you get these other actors who are talking crap about the male patriarchy and how, mansplaining and all that other bullshit. And racism and things like that. I don't understand that. My contention is, make a movie about, if it's not based on reality, you can make anything you want. But if it's based in reality, then it's got to be based in reality. And wokeness is not reality. Period. Now, that was my little side rant there. Now, the cast of these movies, most notably, are Harrison Ford playing Indiana Jones, Denholm Elliott, John Rhys Davies, Karen Allen, Kate Capshaw, Ke Huy Quan, Sean Connery, Shia LaBeouf. I have no idea how to pronounce that dude's name. He's a decent actor, but the immortal John Hurt is in here. Jim Broadbent, really great actors, great actors here. Karen Allen plays the ongoing love interest. She was in Raiders of the Lost Ark, and then she was in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I think at the end of that, as I understand it, they got married, which is cool. But anyway, the standouts, nobody else compares to the immortal Sean Connery. He's such a legendary actor. The man never made a bad movie. He's made probably some movies that weren't as good as the others. But, that stupid thing to go off. There we go. Sorry about that. My camera was trying to fall on me. He's never made bad movies, but he's made some movies that were better than others. Sean Connery died just here a while back, and he is sorely missed in Hollywood. The man, I want to say it was in his 80s and was still one of the sexiest men alive. He was the very first James Bond, to appear on film in a James Bond movie. Anything you put him in is going to be a blockbuster. It's going to be big. There's just no way to go about it. Sean Connery is the standout in whatever movie he's in. So, that's the Indiana Jones series. And like I said, the 5th one's coming out in 2022. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really expect much. It's not going to be like the others. The others were good movies. These, Kathleen Kennedy is not impressive to me. So, you folks if she can destroy Star Wars. No offense, but what chance does Indiana Jones have? I'm just saying. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.